guys! So for today's video, I decided as a Kent State student, I would be talking about places you should try at Kent State University. And just a little disclaimer is these are places like downtown or just places that, like tourists or like freshmen or new students would probably want to try, like downtown and stuff like that. So let's get this started. Okay, so as you guys probably have figured out, I tend to make Google Docs and stuff to organize my ideas before I actually film. So that's what I'll be reading off of in case you guys are wondering. But okay, so first I'm going to start with the restaurants, like the fancier restaurants. Okay, so the first one I'd like to talk about is called Panini's. And I've been here like at least 2 or 3 times now. And at my basically a little like backstory behind this restaurant is Panini's has been my like go-to for a while when I first got here. So Panini's was a restaurant that at the freshman like move-in day, my parents decided to stay for dinner just before, I stayed here on my own. And so basically we chose Panini's, and they have really good boneless wings, really good salads, and really good other choices obviously on the menu that you'd have to look up or look at when you go there. But this was definitely a really good restaurant. I would definitely recommend. So the second time I went there, my friends came up to visit me that weekend actually, so that was like 2 days later. But they're like, do you guys know of any good restaurants? So me and my roommate met up with them, went to dinner at Panini's again, because we liked it so much. And it was my best friend from high school's first time trying it, my roommate's first time trying it, and her friend's first time trying it. So I was the only one that had it twice, but it's okay. Okay, and then the second restaurant I'd like to talk about is Barrios. So this is a really good and cheap Mexican restaurant, and basically they give you a pamphlet or like a paper that has, several different options written on it. So you basically check off the boxes of like what you want. So first it gives you an option of like whether you want a hard or soft taco, whether you want your ingredients put in a bowl, and then you would just choose, it would put $1 next to like chicken or $1 next to lettuce, 50 cents towards whatever. So you know exactly what you're paying for besides the tip and what you're getting yourself into. And I went to this restaurant with my friends downtown. I was actually meeting up with a new friend and another friend of them, if that makes sense. So we sat there and talked and got to know each other and had a good time. Okay, so the third place I'd like to talk about is a restaurant called Rockneys. So as you guys probably see a common pattern here, typically I'm with other people when I go out to dinner, like my friends, family, So the next person, one of my friends from like my freshman year in high school that I played soccer with, basically came up to hang out with me. We went out to lunch at Rockneys, and Rockneys has so many good different options to get. I actually don't remember what I got. I think I got chicken or something like that. But Rockneys is a little bit more on the expensive side. However, the food quality is very good, so I would definitely recommend. Okay, so the fourth restaurant is called Mike's Place. So Mike's Place is either uptown or downtown, I don't necessarily remember. But I went out to dinner with my roommate's parents and one of my roommate's friends. So it was kind of just a group thing, and we didn't know where to go, but Mike's Place had really incredible and really creative props outside. There's a lot of different like fake vehicles and photo opportunities, and also a very huge menu. So there was a lot of different food choices, so we sat there and they actually let us bring in my roommate's dog, which I thought was pretty cool. They called ahead of time. That's what we did. We had a really good time and definitely had a lot of leftovers, and their fries are so freaking good. Okay. So the last restaurant that I can think of right now that I want to talk about is called Waffle House. So as you guys know, if you've been on a vacation or been somewhere, out of town, I would definitely recommend a Waffle House. And, obviously this is a breakfast place. You can have it for dinner, you can have it obviously for breakfast. It's open 24 hours in most locations, but this Waffle House is in Akron, so obviously you need a car or a ride to get there if you live at Kent. But I would definitely recommend, I always get their chocolate chip waffles, obviously, duh, and their hash browns. Their hash browns are so freaking good. I could literally go there right now. Okay, so now down to the fast foods that I've tried. So obviously these are probably in your hometown or non-touristy kind of places, but the first one is Taco Bell. You can never go wrong with some Taco Bell. I love their chips and salsa and queso. And I love literally almost everything on their menu, so can never go wrong with some Taco Bell, and it's pretty cheap. Okay, so the second one is Cane's. Obviously, I have a whole entire vlog of me going to the Cane's in my hometown, so you guys know how I feel about Cane's. I love it. Feel free to go check that video out if you haven't, and if you'd like to. It's just basically me vlogging, ordering, you know, what I get at Cane's, and rating it and explaining how I like it. So that, you know, obviously is a whole video itself. Okay, so the next, like, fast food, I guess you could say, is Dairy Queen Grill and Chill. So the reason, you know, this is really nice is because it's not just, you know, food or not just ice cream, it's both. So obviously if you guys have been to any Dairy Queen, there's some just like ice cream only and some like food and ice cream. So another story is one of my best friends that I made at work in my hometown at Steak and Shake came up and wanted to visit me at Kent. So we were like, what do? We want ice cream. So we went to Dairy Queen and got some, I think we just got ice cream at the time. But, you know, obviously their food's also really good, and, you know, Dairy Queen's not expensive at all, so that's always perfect. I think I went to Dairy Queen one other time with the same friend group that I went with to Mario's, and we actually got food, and we got ice cream, obviously, so that was nice. Okay, so the second to last fast food that I listed was Wendy's. Obviously, you know, most people don't need a description of Wendy's, but they have really good Frosties. They're fast food, so they're cheap, and their food's pretty good. You know, their burgers and, like, chicken and stuff is always, you know, good. I like their summer salads too, so definitely recommend. Okay, so the last fast food place is Arby's. So I actually went to Arby's after I was like walking uptown on like a summer day. Obviously I was a college student, so I lived in my dorm and everything, but I went to Arby's and I saw on their sign they had like $5 boneless wings, so I was like, say less. So I went in and got their $5 boneless wings. So now I'm gonna go to the dessert category. This one's kind of small because I haven't tried a lot of their dessert places like uptown or downtown yet. However, I did feel like I have to talk about these. Okay, so the first one is Insomnia Cookie. And as most of you guys probably know, if you know what an Insomnia Cookie is, it's usually open till like 2 a.m., like in the morning. Because insomnia means, you know, you're tired and, you know. So, yeah, so the first time I went to Insomnia was actually with a friend group before I even went to Kent. I went with a couple friends, like a group of 4, and I've never tried Insomnia even before I went to Kent. And I was like, guys, we should go. Because one of my boyfriend's friends actually suggested it, but we didn't get the chance to go. So I was like, guys, let's go. So we went to Insomnia Cookie. And their cookies are actually really affordable, really cheap. They have ice cream, and their menu's like always changing. So I definitely recommend if you want to, you know, try a cookie at like 2 a.m. or just in general whenever you're bored, whatever, and want a treat, then I definitely recommend. Okay. So the second dessert and the last dessert that I recommend that I actually tried last week is this place called Rocco's Cupcakes. Rocco's Cupcakes is so good. Obviously their cupcakes are also not very expensive at all. They're definitely affordable for college students, and they're very big. So if you guys would like to check out my Rocco's Cupcakes vlog I took with my friend Emily last week, feel free to check it out. And it goes into more detail about how good they are. You know, we try them and rate them out of 10. They have a really good menu, so my friend tried the red velvet on camera, and I tried the simply vanilla ghost kind of Halloween cupcake. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I definitely recommend, you know, trying out these places if you'd ever be interested. And I hope this was helpful to any college students or tourists around the Kent area, or even people that, you know, just live close to Kent State. Like, I know there's a lot of different small towns around here that just are looking to try some new places to eat, and I hope this helps you guys find what you're looking for. But bye, guys!